My dear child, God is alerting you at this moment. There is a person in your life who, if they continue walking by your side, will bring great misfortune. This tragedy is not inevitable, but you need to act now to avoid it. This message is a divine warning, an opportunity to deviate from a great obstacle that can cause a lot of tears and suffering for your family. I know you want to avoid this pain. God is showing you that negative forces are trying to compromise your financial stability. It is essential that you take immediate measures to protect your resources and avoid falling into traps that can lead you to serious problems. If you ignore this warning, allowing illness and sadness to enter your life, the joy you know can disappear. Do not ignore this message. Follow it to the end, for there is a great liberation waiting for you. The angels are being sent to your home, bringing with them a powerful liberation necessary for your life. This is a critical moment and you must treat it with the seriousness that it deserves. Something terrible can happen if you don't open your eyes now. The time is short. If you don't act, it could be too late to prevent your soul from being lost. That's why I insist that you continue to the end of this message before the worst happens. God asks you to reflect deeply on your associations and choices. There is a spiritual battle going on around you, and it is crucial that you remain vigilant. Strengthen your faith through prayer and seek divine guidance in all your decisions. God promises to be with you at all times, but you must do your part by resisting negative influences and distancing yourself from everything that could harm you. Comment: I trust in the Lord, my God. Remember the words of the prophet Isaiah, why do you spend money on what is not bread and your work on what does not satisfy? Listen to me carefully and eat what is good, and your soul will delight in fatness. Isaiah 55:2. This verse reminds us of the importance of investing our time and resources in things that truly feed our soul and bring true satisfaction. The Lord has bigger plans for you, and every challenge is an opportunity to strengthen your faith. He is guiding you towards a future full of promises and blessings, but you must trust and follow His guidance. Don't let despair or doubt invade your heart. Declare the promises of God in your life and trust that He is working in your favor, even when you cannot see Him. God guarantees that if you remain faithful and obedient, He will bring peace, prosperity, and health to you and your family. The angels are ready to fight at your side, but you must invite them to participate in your spiritual journey. Share this message with others who may be facing moments of uncertainty and be a light in the lives of those around you. God tells you to be aware that there is a person full of evil trying to get closer to your life. You must prevent it from bringing great hatred and destroying the success you could have. If you don't make the right decision, you could lose everything. Satan is trying to bring a great addition to your life, and if you don't find emotions for yourself, you will not really achieve what you have always wanted. I see it clearly, and I always suggest that you do not ignore this message so that you do not turn it into big consequences, as this could cause a big loss in your life. Subscribe and join the channel so that you can claim a lot of happiness and inner peace every time you decide to cry. God will come first to console you, bringing various sources of rebirth and increasing your glory here in life, exalting you for honoring your parents and making the right decision. This will be something very relevant. Comment to know that you are here from today. Many blessings will begin in your life because you will leave behind all the negative phases that you have experienced and that have served to make you stronger. You will really begin to look for something better by moving away from everything that could be bad. The enemy used a person to enter your life, house, and try to end your life in a malicious way. If you do not pay attention or open your eyes, it will be too late, and you will not be able to avoid it. Only by reaching the end of this message will your soul be saved in the name of the mercy of the Father. God is revealing now that there is a person who is using your suffering to achieve success. You need to break that bond before that person curses your days and plunges you into great misery because of the hatred and the problems that are to come. The angels have had a vision that if you are not careful, you could face another illness that is approaching and that could trigger a week full of worries. You must go to the end to prevent this from happening. Comment. So that from today onwards, your day will be filled with many blessings. May your children grow up with lots of happiness, energy, and productivity, and may your family be very blessed. God came first to protect you, my son. Keep listening carefully, and if you go to the end, you will receive the blessings that I have prepared for you. God is showing you now that your faith is your greatest weapon against those negative forces that try to tear you down. Stand firm, for the Lord is your strength and will not allow you to fall. If you seek refuge in Him, there is a spiritual battle around you and you need to be prepared. Strengthen your faith through prayer. Read the sacred scriptures and trust the plans that God has for you. He promises not to abandon you, but you must do your part by resisting temptations and distancing yourself from negative influences. God assures you that if you remain faithful and obedient, He will bring great blessings to your life. There will be peace in your home, prosperity in your endeavors, and health for you and your loved ones. The angels are ready to fight at your side, but you must invite them to be part of your spiritual journey. Remember that although the enemy tries to sow doubt and fear, your trust in God must be unbreakable. Every challenge you face will be an opportunity to grow and strengthen your faith. Keep your eyes on the Lord and He will guide you through the storms. God also wants you to know that your purpose is greater than you imagine. There is a divine plan for your life that goes beyond the obstacles you are facing now. Trust in God's timing because He knows what is best for you. Best for you. Although sometimes the path may seem difficult, each step you take brings you closer to the glorious destiny that He has prepared for you. Do not allow despair or doubt to invade your heart. Remember the promises of God and declare Him to be with you every day until the end of time. His word is faithful. Trust that He is working in your favor even when you can't see it. I trust my son to share this message with others who may be going through times of uncertainty. Be a light in the lives of those around you, showing them the path to salvation and peace. Bless others with the love and grace you have received, and God will multiply your blessings. After this, David consulted the Lord, asking, "Should I go up to one of the cities of Judah?" And the Lord answered him, "Go up." David asked again, "Which city should I go up to?" And the Lord answered, "Hebron." 2 Samuel 21. This verse highlights the need to seek divine guidance in times of uncertainty and danger. Just as David consulted God before acting, you too must seek God's wisdom and direction in your decisions. Trusting divine guidance is essential to avoid the dangers and traps that may cross your path. God has a plan and a safe path for each of us, but it is essential that we ask for His direction and follow His guidance, just as David did. By applying this principle in your life, you can find security and clarity even in the midst of difficulties, knowing that God is guiding you. God is showing you that negative forces are trying to undermine your financial stability. It is crucial that you take action now to protect your resources and avoid future problems. If you want to maintain your joy and health, you need to continue reading this message. By doing so, you will find great liberation. Angels are being sent to your home with an important liberation for your life. This is a critical moment and you must take it seriously. Something terrible could happen if you do not open your eyes now. Unfortunately, it could be too late to prevent your soul from being lost if you do not act. Therefore, it is vital that you continue reading this message. God wants you to know that true peace of mind is achieved through forgiveness. Forgiving is not only a gesture of kindness towards others, but a profound act of healing for yourself. By letting go and putting aside resentment, you open space in your heart for nobler and more positive feelings that feed the soul and bring genuine and lasting happiness. Allow your heart to be flooded by the peace that comes from the presence of God. Enlighten your mind with the purity that He reveals and strengthens your spirit with the strength that only He can provide. You have been gifted with a spirit free from fear, enriched with the power of love, and equipped with discernment as you are destined for an extraordinary and fulfilling life. For an extraordinary and fulfilling life. The angels warn against taking the easiest solution to your problems as in the long term that limits your growth and potential. Facing those areas directly strengthens your character and affirms your determination to live a life without limits. To live a life without limits. The angels warn that having unrealistic expectations about circumstances that have already deteriorated can generate a feeling of betrayal. This betrayal is often internal, a betrayal against oneself for not responding to the calls of your intuition and inner wisdom that ask for a necessary transformation. God says that inner strength in times of turbulence is one of the greatest demonstrations of faith. Those who stand firm despite the storms of life demonstrate an unwavering trust in divine power, which in turn strengthens them against any adversity that may arise. Los Angeles, my son, discusses the importance of cultivating compassion for yourself and for others without assuming obligations that do not correspond to you. Understanding and supporting other people's struggles is noble, but it is essential to understand when to let each person face their own battles and learn from their own mistakes. God says that strengthening your perception and judgment is an act of self-love and wisdom. He encourages everyone to seek knowledge and a deep understanding of situations before accepting them, because this is essential to live a life that is less deceived and more based on reality and truth. The angels warn us about the risks of letting resentment take root in our hearts. It can transform small disagreements into intense conflicts and corrode relationships that could be sources of support and love. It is crucial to seek conciliation and understand other people's perspectives by promoting empathy and mutual respect. By promoting empathy and mutual respect. I will walk with you in every storm, strengthening your spirit and guiding you safely in every trial, for I am the Lord who transforms water into wine and ends into a new beginning. Nothing is too difficult for me. Get up, my son, and walk the path bathed in the fullness of my love that fills the thirst of your heart with joy and contentment, beloved son. God continues to speak directly to your heart. Know that you are a special creation made in the image and likeness of the Creator. Each step of yours is guided by a divine force that only desires your good and spiritual growth. The angels remind you that true freedom comes from a deep understanding of yourself and a connection with the divine. We are often tempted to look for quick solutions to our problems, but it is in quiet reflection and sincere prayer that we find lasting answers. God encourages you to set aside time daily to connect with Him by opening your heart in prayer and allowing heavenly wisdom to guide you. The Lord wants you to know that the power of love and forgiveness should not be underestimated. When you forgive, you are not only freeing the other person, but also freeing yourself from a weight that prevents your own happiness. Forgiving is an act of greatness that enriches your soul and brings you closer to a full and rewarding life. God calls you to act with compassion and kindness, not only with others, but also with yourself often. We are our worst critics, accumulating guilt and regret that paralyzes us. Remember that you are worthy of love and forgiveness and that each new day is an opportunity to start anew, strengthened by divine love. The angels say that your spiritual journey involves facing challenges with courage and faith. These challenges are not punishments, but opportunities for growth and strengthening. When you face difficulty with trust in God, you are strengthening your faith and demonstrating unwavering trust in His power. This trust is what sustains you and helps you overcome any obstacle. God also wants you to remember the importance of being present in the current moment. We often worry so much about the future or get stuck in the past that we forget to live fully in the present. The present is a gift from God, a unique moment that will never be repeated. Live each moment with gratitude and presence of spirit, recognizing the blessings that surround you. Spirit, recognizing the blessings that surround you. The angels warn that true wisdom comes from humility and the constant desire not to close yourself off to new ideas or experiences. Open yourself to the immensity of divine knowledge, allowing each new discovery to enrich your life and draw you closer to God. God tells you that faith is a continuous journey. Do not be discouraged in the face of adversity. Instead, see them as opportunities to strengthen your connection with the divine. Each prayer, each act of kindness, each moment of reflection brings you closer to peace and happiness. May your life be a living testimony of the goodness and love of God. May your every step resonate with divine grace, bringing light to those around you. You are a beacon of hope, destined to illuminate dark paths with the light of heavenly love. May this journey be marked by unwavering faith, compassion, and joy that only God can provide. Remember that you are never alone. In every moment of doubt or fear, God is by your side, holding your hand and guiding your steps. Trust in Him because He knows your heart and knows what is best for you. Wake up every morning with the certainty that you are loved and protected by a higher power that only desires your well-being. If you believe in God and are a faithful Christian, my children, I want you to understand something important. Everything will be fine. Everything will be fine. I have complete control over everything and know every detail of your lives. I know what the medical report says. I understand your financial worries. I see how people turn against you, and I recognize the magnitude of your dreams no matter how big they are. Listen with clarity because this is an undeniable truth. Do not disappoint them now. Like this video if you believe in these blessed words. No matter how challenging the situation is, I am by your side. Your suffering does not go unnoticed in my eyes. Remember that I am the God who moves mountains and transforms the impossible into possible. Keep unwavering faith in your heart. Trust in my guidance and unconditional love. I am here to help you overcome obstacles, achieve your goals, and find peace in the midst of storms. I am the light at the end of the tunnel, strength in weaknesses, and a safe refuge in the midst of adversity. You are not alone, my beloved. Believe in me because everything will work out according to my perfect plan. Receive my grace, my love, and my promise that I am always by your side. Trust, courage, and hope are what I ask of you. Together, we will face everything that comes our way because I am the God who never fails. If you believe in God and are a faithful Christian, son or daughter, I want you to realize something important. You have changed in some way. You may not know exactly when this change occurred, but now that it has happened, there is no turning back. The feelings, memories, and thoughts that used to dominate your life no longer have power over you. You find yourself in a new space, a new environment where your mentality has been transformed and your soul elevated. It's as if a bright light has illuminated your path, dispelling the shadows of the past. You are no longer the same person as before. You are now stronger, wiser, and more aware of your true essence. Feel the power of this transformation because you are getting closer and closer to your highest potential. Do not be afraid of this change because it is a sign of growth and evolution. Embrace this new reality that is revealed before you. Trust me because I'm guiding you in this process of renewal. Now is the time to embrace your true nature of living in tune with your soul and with the values that really matter. You find yourself in a new chapter of your journey and I am at your side, inspiring you to embrace all the possibilities that this new space offers. Allow yourself to embrace this transformation because you are becoming the person you have always been destined to be. Continue growing, learning and maturing because the best is still to come. Trust me because I am your guide on this journey of renaissance. Romans 12:2 tells us not to be conformed to this world, but to be transformed by the renewal of your mind so that you can verify what is good, pleasant, and perfect will of God. This verse urges us not to conform to this world. The world may try to mold us and distance us from the way of God, but He calls us to be different, to be saints, to be light in the midst of darkness. He calls us to reject conformity with worldly values. Therefore, beloved son, continue to renew your mind, trusting in God and living according to His principles. Believe in the formation that He is working in your life and embrace the future with hope and determination. May the peace of God that surpasses all understanding guard your heart and your mind in Christ Jesus. Beloved child, as you continue this journey of transformation and renewal, remember that each step taken in faith is a step towards my presence and towards the fulfillment of the purpose I have for you. Stay firm and constant, knowing that it is not just you. God walks by your side, strengthening your weaknesses and renewing your strength every day. Know that your faith, even if it is small, has the power to move mountains. Believe that the barriers you face are not insurmountable, because with my help, you can overcome any challenge. In Matthew 17:20, it is written, it is written, truly I tell you, if you have faith as small as a mustard seed, you can say to this mountain, move from here to there, and it will move. Nothing will be impossible for you. This is the truth I wish you to carry in your heart. Faith is your greatest weapon against adversity. I also want you to remember to take care of your soul and your mind. Spiritual renewal is not just a change in behavior but a deep transformation that begins from the inside out. Fill your mind with thoughts of peace, love, and hope. Meditate on my word, for in it you will find wisdom and comfort. In Philippians 4:8 it is said, finally, brothers and sisters, whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is admirable, if anything is excellent or praiseworthy, think about such things. Keep your thoughts focused on good and truth. I also want you to know that your dreams and desires are important to me. I have planted these dreams in your heart. By trusting me, you will see that they can come true in ways you never imagined. Never give up on the dreams that I have placed in your heart. Even when the paths seem difficult and the doors are closed, keep believing. I am the God who opens doors that no one can close. In Revelation 3:8, it is written, I know your deeds. See, I have placed before you an open door that no one can shut. This is my promise to you. Keep walking in faith, and the opportunities I have prepared will be revealed. Beloved child, on your journey, also remember to spread love and compassion. You have been blessed to be a blessing in the lives of others. Help those around you. Share your time, your resources, and your words of encouragement. In 1 John 4:7 it is said, dear friends, let us love one another, for love comes from God. Everyone who loves has been born of God and knows God. Love is the mark of my children, and through it, you can transform the world around you. Finally, never forget that I am the source of your strength and courage. Finally, never forget that I am the source of your strength and courage. In Isaiah 40:31, it is written, but those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not faint. They will walk and not faint. As you wait on me, you will find a continuous renewal of strength capable of sustaining you in difficulties and elevating you to new heights. My beloved ones, pay attention to my words because I want everyone to know with absolute certainty that everything will turn out well. I am in total control of all things and I know every detail of your lives. I know what your medical report says, I understand your financial worries, I see people turning against you, and I recognize the greatness of your dreams. Listen to me clearly because this is a truth that cannot be denied. I will not fail you. No matter how challenging the situation is, I am by your side. Your suffering does not go unnoticed before my eyes. Remember that I am the God who moves mountains and turns the impossible into possible. Keep unwavering faith in your hearts, trust in my guidance and unconditional love. I am here to help you overcome obstacles, achieve your goals, and find peace in the midst of storms. I am the light at the end of the tunnel, strength in weaknesses, and a safe refuge in the midst of adversities. You are not alone, my loved ones. Believe me, because everything will work out according to my perfect plan. Receive now my grace, my love, and my promise that I am always by your side. Trust, courage, and hope, that is what I ask of you. Together we will face everything that comes because I am the God who never fails. Write amen if you believe in the promises of God. My son, my daughter, I want you to realize something important. In some way, you have changed. Maybe you don't know exactly when this change happened, but now that it has happened, there is no turning back. Feelings, memories, and thoughts that used to dominate your life no longer have power over you. You find yourself in a new space, a new environment where your mentality has been transformed and your soul elevated. It is as if a bright light has illuminated your path, dispelling the shadows of the past. You are not the same person as before. You are now stronger, wiser, and more aware of your true essence. Feel the power of this transformation because you are getting closer and closer to your highest potential. Do not be afraid of this change because it is a sign of growth and evolution. Open your arms to this new reality that is revealed before you. Open your arms to this new reality that is revealed before you. Trust me, because I am guiding you in this process of renewal. Now is the time to embrace your true nature, living in harmony with your soul and the values that really matter. You are entering a new chapter of your journey, and I am at your side, inspiring you to embrace all the possibilities that this new space offers. Allow yourself to embrace this training because you are becoming the person you have always been destined to be. Keep growing, Keep growing, learning, and maturing because the best is still to come. Trust me because I am your guide on this journey of renaissance. Romans 12:2 tells us that this world is transformed and renewed so that you are able to experience pleasure and happiness. This world often pressures us, tempts us, and shapes us. It tries to lead us away from the path of righteousness, urging us to conform to worldly values. God is ready to change our lives, but the choice is ours. We must surrender to Him, seek His word and His presence, allow Him to renew our minds. Today, I invite each of you to accept this promise in your hearts. Let God transform your lives through the renewal of your minds. Let Him guide you towards His perfect will, and you will experience a life that is truly good, pleasing, and perfect in the eyes of God. Write 2020 to affirm that your life belongs to God and receive this word. I want you to pay close attention at this special time. The effects of the inner work to which you have finally committed are manifesting as the last vestiges of your old self disappear. Enthusiastically embrace the new energy that is about to propel you even further on your journey. The signs clearly point in the right direction. Follow them with the same dedication with which you have followed my divine guidance. You are about to witness the realization of dreams that previously seemed unattainable. This transformation is like the dawn of a new day, full of